Johnny the fuck Minerals, who I don't even view as a real human being.
It's guys like Minerals.
Let's have it right.
He's not on my radar. I don't care about him.
You got the Minerals to
one of them brown envelope mobs.
No Minerals.
Minerals. My big up Johnny. Let's have it right.
do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
The realness of this guy.
Minerals. Let's have it right.
Minerals FC.
Need proper winning Minerals, mate.
Let's have it right. I'm just a brown envelope, or I'm
Absolutely screwed. Let's have it right.
Brown envelopes.
You brown envelopes from the club.
You got the Minerals to fight for his place.
You are in the woods wronging. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you taking the time out to say that. Cheers. This one's for you. Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?
The Minerals.
Minerals FC. Do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
Johnny the fuck Minerals.
The Minerals.
In them, we know that they have the minerals with not.
There's Minerals that you need.
It's guys like Minerals and
You got the Minerals to
Let's have it right. Minerals. Johnny Minerals.
like Minerals is one of the very vociferous Chelsea fans.
Minerals FC mudded me. I couldn't give a shit about that guy.
Let's have it right.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking Minerals, mate.
Can everybody just stop getting shot? So have it right, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone is doing well, winning live. First and foremost, I want you all to smash the piece, that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do. We've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership, which is down below in the description. And we've got the notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right, so you know when we go live. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to our no surrender mentality and everyone that's still got it. You know what I'm saying? So big up to everyone. Smash them likes. Hit that subscribe. And we're going to land some serious minerals tonight, I tell ya. Oh, mate. Is it kicking off or what? Is it kicking off or what? I tell you what, yeah. We warned them. We warned them. They didn't want to listen. Yeah. Instead, they throw their wishy-washy agendas, and there they are now. Everyone's what? Are they still eyes wide shut merchants out there? I believe there are. I believe there are still eyes wide shut merchants, and then we're going to enlighten them again, and we're going to be relentless with it because we cannot stop. We cannot stop. In fact, we're just warming up. All of us are warming up. All the Chelsea, all the ones that are woke. Not the woke nonsense, the ones that are wide awake, mate, yeah, and know exactly what's going on at our football club. None of this wishy-washy narratives, yeah, straight to the point, straight to the snake's head. We don't muck around. So, why are we doing a stream tonight? Well, I'll tell you why. Because of a certain legend who's taking the Mikel, bruv. Let's have it right, because, look, let's get into it in the sense of, listen, we've had John Obi Mikel come out, right? And listen, I always call it out and always say it for what it is, and I'm going to continue to do that. But when he first come out, he was saying, he called out Nicholas Jackson. All the fan base come for him and basically said, oh, you're not a legend, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Then what? Then what did he do? He said, oh, Jackson had a little good, decent run. And he said, look, I've created a monster. Since that, it's gone completely tits up. Now he's out. He's injured. We don't have a striker. And he went on an 8-game goalless drought. And we are in need of a monster up front. We've also seen John Obi Mikel go in the box with Egbali, Feliciano, Winstanley, Stewart. Let's have it right. We're all smiles in there, but they should be getting Chelsea smiles. Facts. What they've done to our club. And he was saying the project's working. We're on the right path. Egbali really cares. He knows. He understands football and all this nonsense. And I outright come for John Obi Mikel because, listen, let's have it right. On the Minerals FC, no one's safe. No one. It doesn't matter who you are. Yeah? I'll call you out. If you talk waffle, we'll call it out. We'll call out the brown envelope narratives. And we called out John Obi Mikel. And what did we say? He must be getting them brown envelopes, mate. He must be. Because we were not back. Chelsea's not back. We're a long way from being back. So I called him out outright for him to come out on the platform and say, I'm not on the payroll. I'm not getting paid by the club. I'm a fan. I love Chelsea. And he gave us the biggest Minerals landing you can believe, which was what? That Don Roman, he's not happy. And he's still upset and angry. He's lost his baby and how his baby is being treated. When that one landed, now we're getting to it. Now we're getting to the truth. And for me, let's have it right. John then also came out and said what? He says, I'm going to speak out. All my ex-colleagues, they all think like what I think, but they maybe can't say it, so I'm going to say it. And he came out and landed Minerals and saying, pretty much, this is not Chelsea. We need a striker. We need a goalkeeper. We need a defender. We need a spine. We need backbone. We need experience. Joe Cole came out, well documented. You know, you can't rely on young kids. They need experience around them. All right? Jason Cundy says, football's not patient. He's not going to be patient for you. Yeah? He thinks the top fours is not going to happen. Calling it out. Everyone's calling it out. Florent Malouda came out and said, what, are they trying to trick us with a process and a project? There are players out there landing it. And John Obi Mikel landed it to prove he's not flip-flopping. But we have to ask, why was the narrative the way it was? Because you're in the box with them. It's clear as day this project's not for football. It's clear as day that we were going to hit where we are now. And what does John Obi Mikel say? Yeah? What does he say? We're going to bring up a few of the quotes as random and we're going to land it. He says, Paul Winstanley, I know you're watching this. Get us a striker. We need someone to help Jackson. Victor Osimhen and Gyökeres. Get these guys. Their goal-scoring ratio is absolutely fantastic. Now, John Obi Mikel knows full well Osimhen ain't coming to Chelsea. That ship sailed, as Jason Cundy said to me. The ship sailed in terms of getting rid of these directors. Well, the ship sailed with Victor Osimhen. We ain't going to get Victor Osimhen. Egbali had the chance to sign him and didn't want to pay over the 150 grand a week because that is their model and that's their wage structure. And they ain't breaking it for no one. So straight away, we are restricted in the market and eliminates us from going for strikers like Victor Osimhen, Victor Gyökeres, Savit Wright, who will want high wages, who will want Champions League, who will want to compete at the highest level. And Gyökeres is even what? He's 27 years old. So Osimhen was 25 going on 26, perfect age. They're both at the perfect age. If you want to look at a striker and not depend on Jackson. The fact that we've depended on Jackson for the second season running, and he's our only out-and-out striker, when I don't even think he's a striker, it tells you everything you need to know about the squad building, the recruitment policy. It just shows you they don't give a shit about building a proper team, an elite team. So he's let us know that Paul Winstanley watches. We know Winstanley, Stewart, they're all their admin team. They watch every YouTube channel. They're definitely watching the Minerals FC. Everyone's watching it. Everyone's watching Eunice. Everyone's watching George Benson. Everyone's watching every single channel is being monitored and watched because they are so focused on what are the fans with platforms and Twitter accounts, what are they saying? So, John Obi Mikel, before he landed, everything he landed today in about Roman Abramovich, he says, I went to London and met Paul Winstanley and he was a lovely guy, spoke really well. And coming out of that convo, the feeling I had was that this is a guy who has the club in his heart, really loves the club and really wants to see Chelsea do well. Okay. He says, lots of conversations in my meetings with Egbali that I cannot share, but he loves the club and he is also very knowledgeable on football. We were talking about the game and tactics. Now, for me, personally, I don't buy that one bit. Absolutely not. That is PR waffle, 110%. Now, Winstanley, he said today that he's a very bright guy. Now, using bright and Winstanley in the same sentence, it just don't mix, does it? That tells you everything you need to know. Winstanley ain't bright, bruv. He's a yes man. Stuart Little, yes man. Everyone's a yes man. The manager, yes man. Johnny Mikel says he's a great coach. He's a great manager. He's not great. He's not great. He hasn't done anything to be great. He has potential, but he's not great. Great managers, elite managers, Thomas Tuchel, Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, Ancelotti. These are great world-class managers when you say great. Maresca's not great, you know. He's got a lot to prove. And he's learning on the job with, well, let's have it right. He hasn't got the tools to implement what he really wants to do. Because we know he loves to invert, doesn't he? He loves to invert. So what does Mikel say? What does he say? Right now, where we are, and the current form, getting beat by Brighton back to back, and we could have got absolutely spanked even more by the club that Egbali has outright told everyone we are copying, and he says it's the best run Premier League club, Brighton. The most profitable, great wage structure, great profits, and they want to tweak it up with 8-year contracts, right? Mikel says, in this current period, this would have been a crisis back in our days. The helicopter would have been in London by now, and whoever was in charge would have been gone. I'm not calling for Enzo Maresca to be sacked. I'm not. My issue is that what's going on is not right. What's going on right now is you've got an inexperienced manager who's out of his depth, can't handle the pressure. Well, he hasn't got any pressure. Let's have it right, because he's told, don't worry about getting top 4 this year, or even try and get it next year so we can play it the year after. There's no pressure. He's got inexperience. He's not a problem-solving manager, and he's rigid, stubborn. He won't change. And he's got a pool of players that just are not Chelsea level. And that's the reality. So no matter what, even if you sack Enzo Maresca, it doesn't change anything whatsoever. Because they'll just go and bring another mid-manager, inexperienced. They won't bring a great elite manager in. And that's a fact. Because why would you sack Thomas Tuchel if you wanted a great elite manager and then bring me Potter, Pochettino, and now Enzo Maresca? Make it make sense. So he's not asking for the manager to be sacked, but let's have it right. And as I said, it would be a crisis at Chelsea. And the results we had, where we got 2 wins out of 9. I mean, or what was it? 2 wins out of 9, I think it was. Yeah? Which is where we are now anyway. But a period before that, Enzo Maresca would have been sacked, mate. Or any manager. That's not Chelsea level. He says it's going to be a disaster if we don't finish in the Champions League positions. Who has told Maresca that? You can't be ahead of schedule. It's Chelsea FC. No disrespect to Leicester, where he's come from, but this is Chelsea. We are a Champions League football club, he says. Yeah? Who's telling them? He lost his head, basically lost his head. And then the presenter, the geezer that he does the podcast with, said to him, no, have you not heard that Enzo Maresca's said that in 5 to 10 years we'll win maybe a Premier League or the major honours? I mean, this is ridiculous. This is bullshit. We spent 1.5 billion. We're in need of a rebuild, and it's all this trust the process, and we need time and time. You don't get time at Chelsea Football Club. No one gets time at Chelsea. We're a club that wins trophies. We're not a trust the process. We're trust winning trophies. Yeah? And that's a fact. He says, fuck off about 2 years. We are Chelsea Football Club. Facts. And it's about time that a club legend lays down the standards. And he knows the standards because he's been under Don Roman Abramovich, who set the standards, which we hold on this channel at the highest regard. And we will continue to implement these standards and hold them, bro. Yeah? He says, when things are not going right, it's my duty to say it. I can't just stay silent. Then I'm not helping the football club. If you're a Chelsea fan, don't accept what's going on right now. It's not right. Your voice is needed. Our voices are needed. So, it's time for everyone to speak up. Because I'll be honest, our fan base has been in absolute acceptance of this disgrace. The standards are in the mud. Everything's been brought down to such a low level. All the PR has made everyone diluted, divided, and turned into some Arsenal mentality of trust the process and we need 4 or 5 years to win a trophy. No, mate. No. This was never Chelsea mentality. But the ownership need that to bide them time so that they can keep making money on players, because it's all about profit. Everything they do is about profit. Yeah? He says it's going to be a fucking disaster if we don't finish in the Champions League position. I hate what the manager said. Who the fuck has told him that he's got 2 years? Are you fucking kidding me? This is Chelsea Football Club. If you love a football club, you should be passionate enough to point out what's not going right. When people say it's too much negativity, no, it's not. Now we can see what's happening. I've been fucking right this whole time. Now let's have it right. I'll tell you who has been right this whole fucking time is Johnny fucking Minerals. I've been right all this time. I've been right for over 2 years about what this model is, this ownership, their intentions, what players we're buying, the structure, the mentality, the standards. I've been calling it out since day one. And what did everyone call me? I'm negative. I'm toxic negativity merchant. That's what I am. Yeah. When in reality, when they call you negative, it's because you speak the truth. And the truth is deemed as negativity, and the truth is deemed as positivity. The negative and toxic positivity is deemed as the truth, and it's not. Because being toxic positivity and being blind as a bat with false hope and blind faith leads you into a very dangerous alley. And you're outright in denial. And then when it hits home and the reality hits like it's hitting now, where we are weaker after the January transfer window, where we've, like John Mikel said, what are we doing 3 months later? Bringing in João Felix and then letting him go 3 months later. What the fuck is all that about? What is it all about? What is it? What intent is that? I'll tell you why, John Mikel, because I know you can't say it, but I can. It's because they wanted the Conor Gallagher pure profit money. And that was a deal with Atletico Madrid. And he was a pawn, because this is how these clowns work. They operate trading. It's like the stock market. Our football club's being used like a stock market. Buy them low, buy them shares low, buy them players low, sell them high. Wait for the stock to go up. Now, is John Obi Mikel surprised? Is he surprised? I don't think he's surprised. He knows football. But he's not wrong. Anyone saying what we do on here and what John Obi Mikel's doing and they're calling it negative, well, let's have it right. Where does their agenda lie? Because it clearly doesn't align with loving the football club and wanting the best for the football club and keeping the standards as high as they should be where they were left when Don Roman left our football club. Those were the standards. Those are not the standards now. We're in our third year. We've spent 1.5 billion. We've got 60 players on the books, 42 at the moment because there's all players being loaned out and whatnot or in the academy. And we are saying, we got our manager coming out saying we need 2 more years to just play Champions League football. And then we need another 3 years after that to win any major trophy. It's bullshit. It's waffle. Yeah? It's absolute waffle. Yeah? Not having it. And neither's John Obi Mikel. But this is the one I want to land. This is the one I want to land. Yeah? This in fact, all right. This in fact, there's two pieces to John Obi Mikel's podcast that struck me the most. Yeah, and I'm going to go with the first one. All right, it's the first one, and this is what John Obi Mikel come out and said today or whatever it was released. He says, "I heard the fans are planning a protest. I'm sorry, this is not the right time to protest. The players need the fans right now because this is a very difficult time." Now, John Obi Mikel's been spitting the facts. He's been landing it. He's calling out for a striker. We need to go in the market. The directors, the recruiting policy is not good enough. The directors are not recruiting properly, but they're instructed to. They're yes men. It's down to the ownership. That's my point. It's like Barley, who's calling all the shots. That's why we didn't sign Osimhen. All right, just to put it out there. All right, and many other players. And why we're not buying players of any elite level experience or over 24 years old. But to say this, to say that it's not the right time to protest, but yet he's saying if you love the football club and you're passionate, then you need to say it as it is and call it out. And don't let anyone tell you it's negative. A protest is not negative. A protest is not aimed at the players. We support the players. It's not the players' fault that they've been handed a death row contract on great money for being, most of them being unproven and young. It's not their fault. We don't blame the players. They are their level that they are. And we know that they're not Roman Abramovich era level. So, for John Obi Mikel to say that, a lot of people will come at him for it and say, what the fuck are you saying? How can you, you're saying for us to speak out and speak our minds because we shouldn't be accepting this whole process and 2 years waiting for Champions League and we're Chelsea and we should be winning trophies and we have to get top 4 and keep the pressure, all right? And John Obi Mikel called out Reece James. How can he instruct Enzo Fernandez? You know, he's never fit. He's never on the pitch. You know, so he comes at plays. He's addressed Jackson. You know, we need better than Jackson. We need a better goalkeeper. So he's basically sounding out all of the players that are not good enough at Chelsea and calling it as it is, which will affect them. That will affect all these players. Now, I know John's doing it for the benefit of the team and to raise the levels because no one fucking in the club is. Everyone's just a yes man and there's no pressure. So I understand why he's doing it. But to say to not do a protest, yeah, and we need to talk to players. After the protest, when everyone goes into the ground, they will be supporting the players. But before the game, the protest is to make a stand, to make our voices heard as you're asking us to do. Where his angle is, though, is that he's looking at it from a player's perspective. If he's that player, he can understand how damaging that can be, how it can affect you. And let's have it right. He's come with elite mentality and he's got elite mentality players around him. He's got players that can dig you out of games, that set the tone, that will say when you're playing shit, you're shit and you're not getting in the team, you're not good enough. And there'll be players that consistently, where you've got a spine, that dig you out in games where other players don't perform. We don't have that at Chelsea. We don't have a spine after spending 1.5 billion. We don't have leaders. We don't have experience. So no matter what you say and what you do, this team is nowhere near ready for Champions League football, even though we all demand it. They're nowhere near it. So I understand where John Obi Mikel's coming from, but the reality is, yeah, The reality is the protest is absolutely necessary at this time because the supporters have been patient enough coming into 3 years, bruv. Spending the most money than any club in Europe. I'm sorry, no. I disagree with not doing the protest now. It's absolutely necessary because it's not aimed at the players. It's aimed at the directors. It's aimed at the ownership. It's aimed at the model. It's aimed at the way they are running our club. It's aimed at Egbali and Feliciano, Clearlake Capital, choosing to go with a Brighton model, choosing not to bring elite directors like Roman brought Peter Kenyon, brought Marina Granovskaya. It's like we got Bowley and Egbali playing sporting director, and now they brought in their two little yes men directors from Brighton and Monaco. You're not signing elite world-class players like Roman did. You're signing kids and giving them death row contracts for all this trust the process. You've gutted out everything Roman's built at Chelsea to make it your own. You've broken up under Bluecoat every asset of Chelsea Football Club into individual companies of 18 companies. Why? We've got Bowley sitting as a chairman and co-owner of Vivid Seats doing ticking touting from Chelsea Football Club and for other football clubs in the Premier League. We got Wiz, who's got had a driven ambition and determination to buy Chelsea Football Club because of his dislike for Roman. He doesn't care about winning silverware. He's not going to spend the money for silverware. They're all into political shit. And their best interests are not with Chelsea, but with making money. So, the protest is absolutely necessary because they are treating us like customers, because they call us customers. They're trying to force out the old school Chelsea, and the Chelsea supporters have to make a stand because we are not tolerating this nonsense any longer. Right? Which brings me on to this. And we're going to play you this right now. Because John's landing fucking minerals, bruv. Minerals, bruv. So, let's play it. Let's play it. And everyone smash the like button. Every single one of you. Smash to pieces the like button. And respect to everyone in here. Supporting the channel. And hearing truth, bruv. Alright, let's get this up. Let's play it.
The pressure always should be at the owners because they need to know that, yes, they've come in, they bought this football club. They've bought it in the sole purpose of what? Winning. Being successful. Not making profits, mate. No, not making profit. No. It's about winning. It's about winning trophies. Chelsea Football, if you buy Chelsea Football Club and thinking you are here to make profit, no, mate, you can fuck off. Chelsea Football, if you buy Chelsea Football Club and thinking you are here to make profit, no, mate, you can fuck off.
So, if you are here to make profit on Chelsea Football Club, then you can fuck off. Let's have it right. Facts. Because that's what they're doing, John. They're making profit on our club. They're milking our club for £1 note. And that's why they have to fuck off. And that's why the Chelsea supporters are protesting. Because everyone can see that their intent, who spends 1.5 billion and doesn't build a world-class team. World-class team. World-class players. Go out like Don Roman did. Go, what? I'll bid for Thierry Henry, yeah. I'll bid for Thierry Henry. I'll bid for Messi. I'll bid for whoever it takes. I'll take them all. Ronaldinho, yeah, I'll have him. Yeah. I'll get all the best players in the game. Yeah. Oh, it's January transfer window. I'll just go and sign Fernando Torres. Fuck it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, when we have that, I hope John Obi Mikel's watching, yeah? I hope he's watching. I really do. Now we're going to play this. For anyone new in here, we're going to play this. And like I tweeted it out, If you can stomach it, if you can stomach what I'm about to play to the end, and tell me that the Chelsea supporters shouldn't protest and it's the wrong time, and just go for change the model. Let's go for just the directors, yeah? And you're not blue co out, then we are absolutely buried as a football club. We are finished. We are done and dusted. So let's play it and let's roll.
The pressure always should be at the owners, because they need to know that, yes, they've come in, they've bought this football club. They've bought it in the sole purpose of what? Winning, being successful, not making profits, mate. No, not making profit. No. It's about winning. It's about winning trophies.
Facts.
Chelsea Football, if you buy Chelsea Football Club and thinking you are here to make profit, no, mate, you can fuck off. You can fuck off, because this club is about winning trophies.
But ultimately, what we're trying to build is a long-term sustainable business that can accrete in value significantly. And that means a lot more than just winning or losing at the pitch.
So, John, straight away, this is Feliciano, co-owner, that you've met. He's saying it's more important to build business value than win or lose on the field, which he says, it is important for the brand and for the sport. But what?
It's important,
right?
As a brand, as a media property, as a team, as a club. But we're also trying to establish and build or put in place the right building blocks to have a great business, kind of in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. And a lot of the work that we're doing is behind the scenes, trying to do
for it. I think one, if done well, you could make money on each specific enterprise. I think what Jerry's done, Blitz, Ian, you guys have done, you bought well, you're going to make money on this specific
investment. You're going to make money on this specific investment if it's done right.
If you use data, if you're thoughtful about this global market for talent and access to talent, that's not effectively done through a draft, an NFL draft or an NBA draft, or the extensive
Oh, by the way, this is Siri Merchant. This is Egg Barley, mate. Yeah.
College or baseball farm system, which I would attribute as a multi-club effectively model. You can actually capture, acquire, retain, sign talent, and monetize talent. So I think there's a talent, arbitrage opportunity that exists. And three, for an AC Milan or Chelsea, it's the perfect pathway, right, of developing talent, whereby you don't have to spend crazy money on payroll. There's teams in the Premier League.
You don't have to spend crazy money on payroll for the team. Well, if you don't spend crazy money on payroll, then you don't get the elite players, do you? You don't get world-class experience, do you? You don't get the best crop of players in world football, do you?
League that spends 10% of what the top 5-6 teams spend on payroll. We hired a coach away from Brighton. We think they're one of the best runs teams in the Premier League. Founder, owner is a sports game, background. He spends 10% of the payroll.
This is Bloom.
Almost as much, right? And
Brighton.
It's a very stable mid-market, mid-table, very profitable club, right? So I think if you apply some of that IP into developing talent, but keeping your talent, again, not subject to arbitration, certainly subject to free agency, but the model of 6, 7, 8 year contracts.
There we go. So these are the 6, 7 year 8 contracts. This is when they just bought the club. You understand where we're going here?
Year, based on players you've retained who have market value, we think can be a sustainable model. And again, I think we worked probably in the third inning of teams, leagues. All of us and others are looking at different markets, making bets in different markets. You mentioned, Todd, if they have an academy, they have a farm team, and you got
farm team. It's old MacDonald at a farm. E-I-E-I-O, and we're going to buy a bunch of kids and farm them all over the world. Yeah, I've heard it all, bruv. I've known all this for too long, but we need to educate people to understand. All right, this AI robot, yeah, is behind the Brighton model, not Winstanley, not Stewart, this fella here, who's got a 62% share with Fugaziano at Clearlake. You understand me?
right? So I think looking at Africa as a market with just an untapped amount of talent, close to Europe, time zone wise, close to Europe. We think is interesting. And again, I think we're all kind of teetering at where the surface of where this is going to go. Clearly, I think our approach was it so happened so because of a global conflict, Chelsea was available, and I think we thought we'd start with that. But I think what you've done with Blitz,
we'd start with that. He says that's very important. I want to add, yeah, he wants to start with Chelsea. Start what? They want to monopolise the game. And they're going to use Bowley to do it. The pyramid. Change the fabric of football.
Is not start with the large market club and frankly build a nice network of clubs that have cohesion and to have some symmetry. Where we've seen it not work is when people are buying clubs randomly, largely because it's there and it's for sale. And by the way, even those guys have made money on it.
So even those guys have made money when you just buy a club for the sake of buying a club. Wow.
Folks who've done that. But again, I think we're in the early days of it.
Right. Now, I want to show you this. So far, there's still more, and we're going to go through it. But so far, have you heard anything about building a team to dominate and win? Like John Obi Mikel says, the priority is to win trophies. Have we heard one word come out of their mouth? The word trophies, win. Or have we just heard profits, making money, structure, investment, building business value? Yeah, I think we'll go with the latter. Now, what I've got up there, I'm going to show you right here, because when I made the video, I just quickly done it, but let's have it right. Let me show you this. So it says Chelsea's potential Swiss billionaire buyer has no great liking for football. He's driven to buy Chelsea by his lack of respect for Putin-linked Roman Abramovich and won't splash out to secure silverware. That's why it's a Swiss merchant, and this was just before they bought the club, and everyone knew he's part of the consortium. Yeah, this guy's got no interest in football. He's actually richer than everyone, and he's got the least amount of share. He's also in a bit of a political pickle, and some fucking lawsuits flying about. All right, do your research on Wiz, yeah, and his foundation, mate. But let's have it right. Let's continue. So we got someone there that's got a major agenda on Don Roman, and as we got Egbali here, Egbali stated Chelsea were not terribly well managed on the football side, sporting side, or promotional side. Right? It's clipped in 5K there. All right, everyone can see that. Yeah. Can everybody just stop getting shot? No, they can't. Let's continue. Let's have it right and smash the like button. What are we doing here?
I hope that the Premier League takes a little bit of a lesson from American sports and really starts to figure out,
I mean, straight away, he's opened his mouth and he said, I hope that the Premier League can take some lessons off American sport. Like, let's have it right, Meatloaf Bowley. How about you fuck off? Yeah? How about that? How about we don't need to look at your American model and your American culture and sport when the Premier League is the most elite league. It's the most cultural game. It's got heritage, and you want to fuck that all up.
Why wouldn't we do a tournament? With the bottom 4 teams? Why isn't there an all-star game? I mean, people are talking about more money for the pyramid. MLB did their all-star game in LA this year. We made $200 million from a Monday and a Tuesday. So I think you could do a North versus South, all-star game for Premier League and fund whatever the pyramid needed very easily.
All right, so there you go straight away. There's no talk about winning trophies. There's no talk about dominating. It's all about changing the model of football, which is why my agenda on them is even bigger than fucking what it is. Because these lot have got ulterior motive in terms of not just they're using Chelsea as the beachhead, as Egbali says, the beachhead, to streamline the dismantling and reinvention of the football model. He also says we talked about a multi-club model. There is different countries where there is advantages to having a club. Red Bull does it really good. So we're looking at Red Bull. Now, everyone says, oh, I want Bowley. I prefer Bowley than Ekbali. They're all speaking the same language, mate. I'm not saying this. They're fucking saying it. These lot are saying it, not me. So they're all speaking the same language, which tells you what? They're all on the same page. This whole civil war was a PR stunt. And again, no intent to win. No showing us you want to win, you want to dominate, you want to... I know that anyway with the way you spent the money.
I didn't say that our target is top 4. The club never said me that the target is top 4. When I signed here and I joined this club, the target was in 2 years play Champions League, not in 1 year.
I am here to win titles. I'm here to win games, and as a result, to win titles. This is what I demand of myself. So why should we now say anything different, that we want to win in 5 years or in 2 years or in 3 years? I don't know what's then. Now is the time.
But listen, it's not about tactics. It's attitude. It's attitude. Like the attitude, the desire, the determination, the mentality. That's what Chelsea is. And every coach that sits here and tells you otherwise, like, they're just full of shit.
So, facts by our GOAT, Emma Hayes, yeah? All right? Facts by our gaffer, Tommy T. And it's chalk and cheese between Enzo Maresca and what his standards are, what the standards have been set, what the pressure is at the club, compared to Tuchel, who was under Don Roman Abramovich and came in less than 4 months and won us our second Champions League, then got us and won us the Super Cup, and then won the Club World Cup, had us in top 4. Emma Hayes talking about the mentality, the standards, and anyone who tells you anything else, they're full of shit. So Enzo Maresca, Pochettino, Potter, we're all full of shit. And the reason they're full of shit is because of what? The mentality, the ambition, the will to win and dominate and build a team to win stems from where? The directors? Just the manager? Or does it stem from the ownership? And it is from the ownership it stems from. There is none of that at our football club, because the motivation and the focus and the mentality of this football club is to make a pound note off our club, to make profit. Profit and business is the priority over the beautiful game and Chelsea Football Club. There is nothing they will do to change it, because it's working for them. And up to this point, all the PR has allowed them to get this far. So, when John Omi Mikel says this, let's have it right, we'll play it again.
The pressure always should be at the owners, because they need to know that, yes, they've come in, they've bought this football club. They've bought it in the sole purpose of what? Winning, being successful.
But they didn't buy it with the sole purpose of winning. They bought it on opportunity. That's the point.
Not making profits, mate. No, not making profit. No. It's about winning. It's about winning trophies. Chelsea Football, if you buy Chelsea Football Club and thinking you are here to make profit, no, mate, you can fuck off. You can fuck off, because this club is about winning trophies.
Now, I've come to the conclusion, and this is why I am defending John Obi Mikel, regardless of what he says about the protest. I understand why he says it. I get the context, so I'm not coming in for that. Where I understand John Obi Mikel is he's landed the facts here. He knows they're there to make profit. He can see it, because he knows what an elite football team looks like. He knows what elite standards look like, and he knows what an elite gaffer looks like. But he's not going to do what we do on here. That's for us to do. We're just relentless with it. We've got no surrender mentality. With John Obi Mikel, he has to tread a little bit differently to have it right. But he's landing it. But the one thing I know I know it. I know it. He was told by who that Roman is not happy and he's angry and he's still upset that he's had his baby taken from him. Roman's not happy. So to me, it seems this way. I think John Obi Mikel's had a call from maybe Don Roman, because Don Roman saved John Obi Mikel's old man, or maybe he's had a call from Marina, sending the message from Don Roman, who is absolutely disgusted and livid with the way that Chelsea Football Club is, because Roman will know that this is a disgrace, and he's let you all know he's not happy. John Obi Mikel is clearly not happy. And now he's gone to John Obi Mikel, Roman, and said, what the fuck are you backing these wrong-uns for? They're killing the club. And now John's landing it. Because he has to land it. You have to land it. No one's going to encourage a protest because it can be taken out of context. No professional, no media platform's going to promote and say, do it, go for it. That's what the supporters to do. The supporters are going to do it irrespective of what anyone says. But he's letting you know, all right, that yes, I know that they're making profit off this club and their sole intention is profit. And I've had enough. Roman's had enough. And I've got to back who? Who am I going to back? I'm John Obi Mikel. Who am I going to back? Am I going to back these clowns that don't know fuck all about football and are milking our football club and destroyed it in less than 3 years? Or am I going to back the Don, the GOAT? Because whether you like it or not only is Roman our GOAT owner, he's a fan, he's a supporter of our football club. He's a proper Chelsea's one of us. So is John Obi Mikel. He's saying I'm a fan. I love this club. I spent 12 years at this club. I love it. It's in my blood. And John Obi Mikel loves this football club. And he's seeing it's getting burnt to shit. And now it's time for all the Chelsea supporters to unite, to come together and protest against Blueco. Because it's Blueco that has killed us. If you can watch everything I've played on this stream or I've put on Twitter and tell me that you just want the director sacked and it's all going to change, you're fucking deluded. You're gone. You're absolutely gone. They've got no intent. And let's have it right. I fucking found out something today. Oh, mate, did I find something out today? Do you know that Clearlake have taken? Let me confirm it actually to the T. I don't want to get this wrong. All right. Let me confirm to you who's running our club. Yeah. All right. Check this one out. And this has come from a season ticket holder. All right. And someone very high up in the law game. Yeah. All right. And been around the block. Let's have it right. So I'm going to get it up right now. I'm not going to show you. I can't show you, but I'll read you it. Let's have it right. So, check this one out. They have already borrowed a debt at the 22 holdco level, parent company of Blueco, of $500 million with interest at about 13%. All of the interest is capitalized and rolled forward until the debt matures in August 2033. Sounds familiar, 2033. By then, it will be a huge sum of debt. This is a ticking time bomb. They should not have borrowed money on such onerous terms. Effectively, a huge punt on their own limited abilities. The loan is secured against assets. It was reported that they were not allowed to raise money against the football club, but there is no way of knowing what they have put up. If the football club or training ground is at risk, we are in trouble. They have also borrowed, this is Clearlake, they have also borrowed a further $700 million from a syndicate of American banks. The interest on this debt is higher than I would expect, but not astronomical. This matures in July 2027. So already already they're over $1 billion in debt with interest. In fact, it's what, 1.1 billion, is it? 1.1 billion in debt. 500 million with 13% interest. They've borrowed money already when they've spent all the money, the 1.5 billion. That's why you can't go in the market and spend money in January. They have to sell to buy, which is exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. There's no more money. 1.2 billion in debt. With interest. And if that debt is not getting paid off and this club's not making money and making profits, who's going to pay that debt off? What players are we able to sign? Now we're landing minerals. $1.2 billion of debt already in 3 years, less than 3 years, with interest. So I want to ask all the Chelsea supporters that you think changed the model, where's the money coming from? Because they've spent money. There's no more money to come. They have to generate the money by selling players, and they can't even sell players because the players that they bought are not fucking good enough. And the way they value these players, no one is prepared to pay the transfer fees that they want. Their actual company, Clearlake Capital, is offset. I think it's like 10 billion. They're in arrears of one investment. They're a shambles. They're an absolute shambles. Now check this one. This one's mad. This one's mad. You ain't getting this nowhere else. And I hope John Obi Mikel's watching. I hope he does. And big up to you, legend. Yeah. Clearlake own the majority percentage. Bowley doesn't. They created a civil war. Bowley tried to buy the club, couldn't buy it. Didn't have enough money. Didn't have the funds to do it. But I want to read you this. Clearlake have the majority position, but certain decisions, anything important, will only be allowed with the approval of Bowley and Chums. If they can't agree a deadlock results, contractual provisions would be included in the joint venture document to allow the deadlock to be broken. From what has been reported, these provisions seem to be what is known as a Texas shootout. A Texas shootout, guys. Basically, each party has the ability to buy the other out. The largest bid per share wins. It seems that Bowley nearly invoked this earlier in the season, but backed down. Presumably, the money wasn't there. I don't see why Clearlake would ever invoke these provisions. If they take over Bowley's position, they lose their downside protection. They have a responsibility to their investors. They are not going to do this. So it's either the status quo or Bowley invokes the shootout. Bowley is a protection to these guys, so they're not indebted to their investors, to the ones that are backing and invested with them. They're fucked. Clearlake are fucked. They're done. They've killed us. We're already in financial ruins. And people think we're going to change the model. They're going to change the model. Oh, no, bro. We have to force them to sell. And they can sell. This whole narrative, I keep telling you, they can sell. They can sell, bruv. So, listen, nice bit of minerals landing there. I hope everyone's enjoyed that one. That was a special one. Yeah. We're also going to be generating something very special in terms of how the owners can sell the football club. So stay tuned. Also, myself and Eunice, salute to our Stevie G. We're not going to spill the beans on what we're doing, but we've got a special one on Thursday night. Oh, mate, a special show on Thursday night. So we're going to land it there. But the reality situation is we are done. We're done. There's no change of the model. There's no intent to win. Top four's a distant memory. So it is what it is. Yeah. What are we doing here? Let me get. I'm just going to send this. Hold on. Let me have a look. Oh, okay, right, fine, cool. So, all right, everyone in here, we've got over 500 of you in here. Smash the like button, every single one of you. Smash the like button. I hope everyone's getting some sort of education. I've been educated today. I'll tell you that now. I've been educated today, and then now all I'm doing is passing it on to you guys. Yeah. All I'm doing is pass it on to you. So big up to Chelsea Empire. This is an absolute shame, and it breaks my heart how some of these YouTubers and social media platforms try to discourage this protest. They are no Chelsea fans, far from it. Sold their souls, delusional. Listen, at the end of the day, if they don't want to turn up to the protest, don't turn up, but don't mock it or belittle it. You know, believe me, there's serious old school there. Yeah. With more fucking heritage than the majority of the fan base that are taking the piss. Yeah? They're what you call proper fucking Chels. I don't want to spoil it, obviously. Why would I do that? Let them. The reality is, it doesn't matter. But one thing I do not like, yeah, is that our Chelsea supporters, or the ones that are laughing at it, are happy for us to have a less turnout than Spurs, our fucking enemy. You'd rather them have a bigger turnout than us, and they're in the fucking mud, and they've been in the mud for years, and they've got no standards. What would that tell you about the state of our supporters and our football club right now? Big up United Vlog says, big up the Minerals and everyone in the chat. Salute to you, my geezer. Vargolis, salute to you. He says, top four is the new trophy for Egbali. They don't even speak of that. They're giving Enzo Maresca another year or two. Yeah? Listen to this. I even forgot to mention this. I've got it here. This is a joke. It's disgrace what's been said here. Martin Keown says, do Chelsea look like they're going forward or backwards with this new ownership? They have taken anybody out that was a winner. They have ripped the soul out of that club. And that's Martin Keown saying that. I've been saying that for fucking 2 years. Big up to Scott Pearman. Landed it. Respect to you, my geezer. Big up to James Brand. He says, whatever his video earlier made me livid. The people heard on what were blind or bought. They're all clueless about the protest. Honestly, morons. I mean, listen, let them do what they want to do. I don't care. I'm more interested in the people that actually want to be there and support the cause and fight for our football club. Big up to Pistol says, to all true Chelsea supporters, watch for all the PR merchants, all the wrong and melts that discourage from protesting. Ever since the announcement, annunciation, they have clutched on socials, pushed them back. Now, let me address it. Why are journalists trying to reach out to everyone? The journalists are trying to find out about the protest. Well, the message to the journalists is, make sure you turn up and you'll fucking find out. That's it. They want to find out. They want to get information, this and that. For who? For the ownership. Because the ownership are wetting themselves. I'll tell you why. I have to get it. They are so focused on their image. Their image is everything. Without their image, they're done. I can't remember where it was. But it is what it is. I haven't got it with me. They are worried about the image because they'll be embarrassed with the protest. They're scared of it. Suzuki, big up to you, says, fuck Blue Coat, get Chelsea back, fuck them all. Facts. That's the mentality. Big up to Brian, CFC says, big up Johnny and Ultra as always. Land Don Roman twice. Yes, we will. We love our Don Roman and we'll salute our Don Roman. Every time on this platform, we back our Don Roman. Salute, bruv. Salute, Brian. Respect to you, my geezer. All right. Big up to Pista Eros. He says, this is not just about saving Chelsea now. This is about saving football. We have to unite with other club fans and push this American culture out. This is not a culture. This is a cancer to sport. And it is a cancer. All the evidence is there. On this stream, all the evidence is there. Big up Misley. He says, salute to all the Minnals FC and and Don Roman. Big up to you. Salute to Adam Ray. He's gifted 5 Minnals FC Ultra memberships. Love to you, my geezer. And always your support is invaluable. And is everyone on the channel. Big up to Dan. He says, land Don Roman 3 times. Fuck it. All right. Let's go, bruv. Big up to our governor, Stevie G. We're fucking Chelsea. Blue Co. Fuck off. No surrender. Let's have it right. And in terms of the protest, they care about fan sentiment, and protests will be hugely embarrassing for them and costly. It will damage the brand of the club, their project, and their personal reputations. That's what the protest does. It doesn't come at the players. Doesn't hurt the players. It hurts the fucking snake's head. Yeah? The tip of the pyramid. The top of the layer cake. That's why we're doing it. That's why all the Chelsea have had enough. Big up Roman Abramovich. Let's go. The GOAT. The Don. The Don. Roman Abramovich. 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 And salute to Chelsea Kingdom. Let's have it right. Big up to everyone in here. Smash that like button. We've had 500 in here. Smash the like. And as my Chelsea young boys here. Come on. Come on, nephew. Trust the protest. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. We'll do your old man proud. 100%. Come on. So, I wanna give a special thanks to Joe Cole, John Obi, Mikel for doing what they've done over the last couple of days. Is invaluable. Is so important. And people are starting to understand what is running our football club. You know what I'm saying? It's an absolute disgrace. What the fuck is going on here? Yeah, we'll stick it on there, bruv. So the question John and Mikel said is, who the fuck has told them that's the plan and you've got 1 to 2 years to get Champions League? The ownership, John. It's the ownership, not the directors, the ownership. Directors they're dickless when standing to it. You know, they've got no power over these lot. These lot have power over them. That's why they're there. They're the fool guys. But respect to John Obi Mikel. He has taken Mikel out of the clans. He's landed it. Even though it's very dodgy how he was moving booky. He was moving very, very booky. But he's landed it. And respect to him. Yeah? You understand me? Big up to Christian Cabrera. He says, I'm American who bleeds blue, living in the UK. I'll be there at the protest, making my voice heard. Up the Chelsea, blue co fucking out. Let's have it right. American Chelsea supporter in the UK, he will be there. And many Chelsea supporters will be there. If you want these lot out, if you want to kill their image, if you want to make them wet their panties, if you want to damage their pockets, then you turn up to the protest. Simple as, if you want change, whatever it is you want, yeah, the protest can be for whatever you want it to be, yeah. You attend and you make your voices heard. Because what does the voice translate to? It says, we're not happy how you are running our club. You have taken us from being an elite football club to being run like fucking Brighton. And we're getting beaten by Brighton. Spending tenfold more money than they've spent on apparently their same model. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. And that's where we are. As a football club, that is where we are now. It's a disgrace. We're done out here. I'm telling you. We're done out here. They can't change it. And now, what have we got now? We got no Madueke. We got no Jackson. You got no Gui. He shouldn't even be backup striker. You haven't even got a backup striker. You let go João Felix. We got Viega. They're calling him, what are they calling him? The Wall or something? In Turin at Juventus. They love him. He's playing centre-back. He's landing minerals. He's passed out the back. He goes, we don't need a midfielder to drop in because we've got Viega who can drop in there for us. Why is he performing? But he didn't perform for Chelsea. Enzo Maresca didn't play him. Why? Because now he's in a football environment, a true football environment. And that is the difference. That's the key. When you play in a football environment and you've got an alignment, you've got a structure, and the intent is just focused on football and winning, and the gaffer's got the responsibility of the dressing room and the players, and he's listened to by the directors and the ownership on what he needs to make sure and help him go out and win for that football club, then players you bring to the club, whether they are young as well, they might actually perform, unless they're a freak like Cole Palmer. But even Cole Palmer, he's stagnating right now. He's burnt out. like Casado, burnt out, our two most important players. There's no backups for them. There's no recovery for them. It's 90 minutes every single game. They're running into the ground. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Big up to Christian, by the way. Salute, bruv. We will see you all there, bruv. Everyone will be there. 100%. Yeah? Well, the customers are unhappy right now. The customers are unhappy. Yeah? You don't want unhappy customers because they want a refund. We want a refund. We want you out. And it's deeper. They want to change. They want to change the structure of football. They want to alter the Premier League. They want to bring in more revenue. It's all about profit and making money. But do you know what? Bowley's not institution. If Bowley loses some money, he's not really bothered. It's Clearlake that are the ones. But they got how much? 1.2 billion loan? Fucking hell, bruv. Yeah? Debt. We're in debt already. We're in debt already. And we ain't winning nothing. We're not successful. They haven't even got a shirt sponsor. They're desperate for that revenue, and they won't do a deal for 40 million for just this year because we're in the Conference League. Who watches the Conference League? Who cares about the Conference League? If you win it, who cares? We're fucked. We're in the need of a rebuild. Our club's in need of a rebuild. The players are not good enough. The players are not good enough. And the PR has killed us. Why? Because the journalists, the Fabrizios, the Paulsteins, what do? They always overhype players that we buy or young players, and they promote them, and then when they actually play, everyone's like, oh, it's an anticlimax. They're not actually that good, or when are they actually going to be good? Yeah. And the other thing, no one is going near is Vivid Seats. No one's talking about Vivid Seats. That's all gone quiet. No, that's part of the protest as well. You're robbing customers of the opportunity to get tickets at their fucking club being a member. Because you're selling it for 600% profit on Vivid Seats. And it's conflict of interest because Bowley's fucking co-owner, part owner and director on Vivid Seats. And he's a chairman at Chelsea earning 20 million a year. And he's a co-owner. Anything for a pound note. John Owen Mikel said it simply. If you're here to make profit on Chelsea, then fuck off. Well, that's what we're doing. That's what we're protesting for. So that's the message loud and clear, bro. Loud and clear. Yeah? Yeah? Loud and clear. He also called out Jadon Sancho, John O'Mikel, said, deceived us. We thought we were getting the Dortmund Sancho, but no, he's gone. He's disappeared again. Doesn't take people on or create chances to help his teammate. Well, no, there's Neto as well. I mean, you know... The January transfer window, they weakened the squad. We went from a position of depth to a position of weakness. 2 wins in 9. Roman would have landed the helicopter and the manager would have been gone. John O'Mikel sounds like a Middles FC Ultra. In fact, he sounds like me. So keep it up. Keep it up. But the reality is, there's too many players out there that are just not good enough. Salute to the real Kevin K. Ultra for 3 months. He says, Johnny, so many fans are against the protest. It makes me sick. They must be happy with our decline. Tom Overs is calling it pointless with no message. This Tom Overs, yeah, let me explain to you about Tom Overs, yeah. He gets paid to go on DR Sports. So he takes a pound note from an Arsenal content creator. I mean, that's a red flag in itself. The geezer is only toxic positivity. The geezer actually fed an agenda on Roman. Yeah. Trying to back all this, oh, we need to be sustainable bollocks. All right. This guy is in cuckoo land. This guy's opinion means fuck all. And I don't know why people give him airtime, because he talks shit. He's blocked me as well. Oh, how can you make a thumbnail with the owners as clowns? Oh, really? What, you don't realise that they're clowns? You don't realise? These people, yeah, they either know the structure, they know the model, and they know what these clowns are up to, yeah? and they still speak all their toxic positivity, or they don't know because they're just thick as shit and they just want to be edgy. No, fuck off with your negativity towards the protest. You're bought then. You're bought. If you've got a platform, listen, all I need to know is that there's fucking real deal Chelsea, yeah, that are doing it. And that's all that matters. I don't care about all these Twitter accounts. These Twitter accounts are waffle merchants. They're fuck all. They don't mean nothing. They're there to put a damper on it. Why? Because they're working for the other side. They're working for the enemy. Yeah? There's some supporters that are a little bit skeptical. They don't know, you know, they're a bit like, some people are not on social media, so they don't get this kind of information, or they don't watch YouTube. So they're just going to watch the team and they're going by results solely. They don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. So you're going to naturally get a lot of supporters that are maybe a little bit not feeling it. And that's cool. That's down to them. Like, no, listen, we don't hold it against anyone. If they don't want to protest, they don't want to protest. Like, not everyone's going to protest. But what's sad is that that there is a divide in the fan base, and you've got cancerous supporters that have got big platforms that are trying to downplay it or downplay the narrative and the meaning of the protest. That's really the ones that you got to look out for and go, do you know what? I'm not even going to fucking look at this shit. Don't pollute your mind with that negativity. It doesn't matter what they say. They're in my, as far as I can see it, yeah, their opinion doesn't mean nothing to me. Actually doesn't mean nothing. So it is what it is. Big up to Chelsea Kim says, kick this mother out from or Don Roman in. We want our Don Roman back. Maybe he might buy the club at a cheap cut price deal. You know what I'm saying? Bruv, maybe overs. He probably starred in that Bonnie Blue fucking gangbang. I don't know, man. Did you hear the women's team bought their most loyal fan, Basil, a Chelsea puffer jacket? Millie Bright gave it to him. Nice. That's buzzing. That's lovely. See? Class, bruv. We don't get any of that in the men's team. The men's team's just fucking, it's a cash cow. Yeah, Tom talks shootout, bruv. Facts. Vincey's a disgrace. That Vincey's a disgrace. I can't even remember the tweet today. It was an absolute disgrace. What he said, he was trying to come at John Obi Mikel and that. Yeah? Because it doesn't suit the agenda. Well, let's just know that Vincey's subscribed by Igbali's Twitter account and that he's followed by Igbali. Yeah? That's all you need to know. Tap, bruv. Which is why you blocked me. Not that I interacted with him anyway, because he's waffle shit. Anyway, listen, all your accounts, when these owners are gone, all you big accounts, you're worthless. You got no substance. You got no meaning. You're fucked. Because you all lied to Chelsea supporters. Feeding them dross 24/7. False narratives. PR. It's disgusting. This is on par with Goldfish, the biggest fraudulent brown envelope wrong'uns. Facts. Big AK4P, he says, I'm Clearlake out, Roman in. Come on. This is a Man City supporter. What are we doing here? Yeah? Facts. Absolute facts. It's just a wind up, bro. So I think we've said it for what it really is. We've said it for what it is. So listen, big up to everyone in here. Respect to some big accounts, man. They're landing the facts and the minerals. Wise says, having the chance to rid Chelsea of such a person for whom Wiz does not have much respect drives him. He won't see Chelsea as his toy and open his wallet. It's certainly not his the identity of Wiz to buy the Champions League. Well, Roman didn't buy the Champions League. He fucking won it. He won it. Yeah, twice. You lot ain't fucking winning no Champions League. We can't even get in it to win it. Frank Khalid even reposted the protest. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. Listen, big up to everyone in here. And salute to all the Minnals FC ultras and everyone supporting the channel. Yeah. And big up to everyone. Literally, we're going to be back tomorrow. I'm sure there's going to be plenty flying about. But relentless with it. Trust the protest. Blue coat out. Blue coat out. No surrender. Let's have it right. And we will leave you with our Don Roman. So big up to everyone. Make sure you put your comments. And if you haven't seen the stream from yesterday, make sure you go and see it. All the stream, all the Minnals landed, all the facts. So big up to you. Salute to our legend, John Obi Mikel. Salute to all the Chelsea. And let's have it right. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And let's just get these lot out. And 25th, 6 o'clock, Bovril Gate. Let's go.